Uniform Civil Code is one of the most contentious and highly debated political issues in India. RSS and BJP have included UCC in their election manifesto since 1998. Still, it is not implemented yet. Uniform Civil Code is a proposed law in India to formulate and implement personal laws of citizens which apply to all citizens regardless of their religion, gender, or sexual orientation. The proposals in UCC include monogamy, equal rights for son and daughter over inheritance of paternal property, and gender and religion-neutral laws in regard of will, charity, divinity, guardianship, and sharing of custody. The laws may not result into much difference to the status of Hindu society as they have already been applicable on Hindus through Hindu Code Bill for decades. UCC was proposed twice, in November 2019 and March 2020, but was withdrawn soon both of the times without introduction in Parliament due to differences between BJP and RSS. The debate for a uniform civil code dates back to the colonial period in India. Under the East India Company, they tried to reform local social and religious customs by imposing Western ideologies on India. The Lex Loci report of October 1840 emphasized the importance and necessity of uniformity in codification of Indian law, but it recommended that personal laws of Hindus and Muslims should be kept outside such codification. And this separation of personal laws of Hindus and Muslims from codification created ground for divide and rule policy. The British government passed some law reforms which were beneficial to Hindu women, like the Hindu Widow Remarriage Act of 1856, Married Women's Property Act of 1923, and the Hindu Inheritance Removal of Disabilities Act 1928. However, such protection was not extended to Muslim women due to the opposition from conservative Muslim groups who wanted to follow Sharia law. The All India Women's Conference (AIWC) expressed its disappointment with the male-dominated legislature, and Lakshmi Menon said in an AIWC conference in 1933, "If we are to seek divorce in the court, we are to state that we are not Hindus, and we are not guided by Hindu law. The members in the Legislative Assembly who are men will not help us in bringing any drastic changes which will be of benefit to us." India became independent in 1947. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar became the first Law Minister. Both were in support of UCC and wanted to implement it at the earliest. On Uniform Civil Code, Ambedkar said only the Uniform Civil Code Bill was this opportunity to reform Hindu society as well to ensure protection to Muslim women who have little protection under Sharia law. Ambedkar faced severe criticism from oppositions, but he had support from Nehru. Considering the protest from opposition, Islamic fundamentalists and Orthodox Hindu, UCC was not implemented, but Hindu Code Bill was introduced despite huge disagreements and opposition. After introducing Hindu Code Bill, Nehru said, UCC has his extreme sympathy, but the time is not ripe for it. I want to prepare the ground for it, and this kind of thing, Hindu Code Bill, is one method of preparing the ground. And since then, UCC became a highly controversial and debatable subject. Time and again, the Supreme Court of India had stressed on the need for UCC. The very famous case of Shah Bano Begum, who was divorced after 40 years of marriage just by saying talaq thrice and denied her alimony. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Shah Banu Begum and further recommended that a UCC be set up. In October 2015, the Supreme Court of India asserted the need for a uniform civil code and said, this cannot be accepted. Otherwise, every religion will say it has a right to decide various issues as a matter of its personal law. We don't agree with this at all. It has to be done through a decree of a court. Till today, Goa is the only state in India with uniform civil code. On 30th November 2016, a British Indian intellectual, Tufal Ahmed, drafted a 12-point document stating that no government since 1950 have made efforts to implement UCC. The Law Commission of India stated on August 31, 2018, that a uniform civil code is neither necessary nor desirable at this stage in a 185-page consultation paper. adding that secularism cannot contradict plurality of the nation. BJP too attempted to propose UCC twice in 2019 and 2020, but the bill was withdrawn immediately due to differences between BJP and RSS. After two unsuccessful attempts in 2019 and 2020, BJP once again introduced UCC in Rajya Sabha through Private Members Bill on 9th December 2022.